Distell is a producer and marketer of wines, spirits and flavoured alcoholic beverages.
The big brands in this portfolio, which is based out of a head office in the Stellenbosch area, are things like Klipdrift, Nederburg and Bunnahabhain. Remember, they bought that Scottish whiskey manufacturer and blender about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 years ago.
Market cap here, 36 billion rand, PE ratio of 25 and a dividend yield just over 2%. Do you own stocks?
We don't. It's a tightly owned company. We know that, Remgro owns quite a big part, and Cape Verde and all that sort of, quite
so
difficult
tiny
to understand. Very tiny. I think it's less than 17%. So it's tightly held. It's not very liquid, and it's not trading very cheap as either. So yeah, from that sort of investment case where you need to look at what you pay for the investment, that underlying is a good company, we're not holding it and we're not looking at it at this stage.
Paul?
Now remember, this is the company, this new CEO was one of my prefects at high school, so I often point
now
that out.
Now you're going to go hot. That's just a...
Richard Rushton.
You're setting the stage to go hot
this
on
fabulous
Distell.
brand portfolio, growth market, because brands like Klipdrift and so on done very well, Amarula on a global basis, then a whole slew of alco pop things like water and those mixed drinks where they put the soft drink and the alcohol together and so on. Really doing very well, internationalizing the company, whiskey doing well, blah, blah, blah. So a good operational...
There's nothing bad to say about Distell.
The liquidity, though, Mia is correct. Big chunky hold from Remgro, also SAB Miller's got a big holding, so it's very difficult. And you'll see the graph. Look at that funny peaks and valleys.
Yes, what is
That's
that?
exactly what you get when you have companies that sort of surprise and then go down, and your results are good and then they're not so good, or there's a seller in the market and you get these weird peaks and troughs.
But I take it that Richard Rushton is a good CEO.
Yeah, he's excellent, of course.
Distell, anything to add?
Well,
Mia?
what I'd like to add is that we do have exposure to Excel through, or Distell, sorry, through Remgro and through SAB. So we like the company, the portfolio that it has, we like the management. It's been a great company over years. So in that regard, we are hot on it because we like the fact that we do have exposure to it, but we won't be buying it in the open market.
If you can get your hands on it, then go for it.
If it's cheap, which we haven't really seen.
Right now it's
often.
not cheap. It's about a 25 PE at the moment.
Yeah, and I guess that's because people have liked it and it's got its fan base and no one ever sells. So, it tends to trade at the upper end of its valuation spectrum because one or two buyers can suddenly push the thing to an elevated level.
Are you going to buy to support Richard?
I'm going to go with hot anyway because I really do think they've executed well, and it's relatively modest by sales with great potential in the African continent. So.
And Mia, you said hot.
I'm also hot.